Hey guys, how you doing today? I'm getting ready I want to show you guys what I have got done in my front fern bed. And I wanted to show you these beautiful lamb's ears that my mom dug up and brought over to me. And they were looking pretty ragged, kind of like this one. But it was so hot. We had like a whole week of around 90-degree weather when I was trying to work. And the day that she dug these up and brought them to me, she dug them up early in the morning, and it was already just a hair over 80 degrees. So, but they look a lot better. Some of them are still kind of frazzled. You'll see more when we get out there. Let's go look at the fern bed. Okay, if you guys remember, my first video, I had these hostas were all looking pretty bad, and I didn't know if I was going to have to dig them up or not because we got a cold snap and it killed all the leaves back. You can still see some of the damage, and like down here, but they pushed out more of that daggone bindweed, Jesus. But they're looking better, so I think I'm gonna leave them. That's why I didn't mulch. You can see I stopped mulching in here because I thought I might have to dig them up and replace them. But I think they're going to be okay. Hostas are very, very hardy. So then over here, I have a lot of the Stargazer Lilies, which when we get done blooming this year, I'm going to have to separate some of that. I dug out my, this is a perennial grass, and I dug it up, just made it a lot neater, got it in more of a circle, and I like it a lot better. I still may dig it up when I find my hosta, not my hosta, my hydrangeas that I want to put here. This will come out. I've got more Stargazer lilies right here, another ground lily, my coleus back here, along with my oh shoot, well here goes my brain, my plant name brain going. But I'm gonna cut this off because it will rebloom. I'll have to get my shears. My canna back here, another lily. This here plant that I wasn't sure of the name. The blooms are all going over now, but a few of my plant friends told me this is a Solomon seal. So I was very, very happy. My mom was over here the other day and I asked her what it was, and she was like, she couldn't remember either. And over here I planted my yellow daisy. This will get really bushy and it will fill out this area right here. I'm thinking about putting a fern down in here because these get really tall and this plant will get really tall, and it might make a little bit of shade. I'll have to see how it does later in the year. And then over here I have some of my new ferns in here. They're not coming up yet. None of them really are. I have a few that are. Oh boy, there's milkweed coming up right there. I'm going to have to take care of that too. I was working in here. Oh my lord, I think I was out here for 4 days working, and it was so hot. It took me forever to do just this portion because I haven't even touched the other side of my porch yet. And now I'm not feeling good, so I probably won't get to it again today either. But here are the coleus that I planted. They're looking better. This ivy that I found in the ground I put right there. I don't know, or I might move that. This is my little moss bed that I made. I dumped a big pile of dirt right here, and I dug up all of my moss that I had growing because I love my moss, so I wanted to preserve as much as I could. There's one of my new ferns back there. Let's see if I can get it. She's starting to come up. See the new fronds coming up right there? Right here? Where's my finger? Right here. One of my new ferns. And then that's another one right there. She's coming up. And these are Chinese painted fern, I believe they're called. These are beautiful. I moved these from, I had them out back. And so I moved them out here. My hydrangea, it's looking really good. Now I dug up some asparagus, or not asparagus, some yarrow from another part of my garden and put it right here. I'm trying to cover up this ugly pipe. So I've got my, but when my hydrangea gets larger, it will cover this part of it. But these are all my ostrich ferns that I've had for years. Very pretty. I really like the way it turned out. And they're looking kind of droopy, but everything was planted and dug up and planted when it was so hot. But they'll spruce back up. Here's another one of my new ferns that I got. She's coming up. I put an elephant ear in here. I may move that. I don't know. There's a begonia right there and my little ducks. More of my ferns, and then these are just all lilies in here. I think I'm going to dig some of them up. I really don't want all of them in here. I don't mind having a few. I love these because they remind me of spider plants. But they can get out of hand. They just multiply like crazy. But I think after they bloom, I might dig them up and move them somewhere else. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But I've got my husband moved my bird bath from the front of the yard back here for me. And I really, really like it back here. I've got, there's another new fern down in here growing that I put in, that I ordered. I have more moss here around my fountain. I mean, not my fountain, my bird bath. Those are just all the ferns that I've had. Very pretty. I'm really, really liking this area. We're talking about getting stepping stones that match these, and my husband said he'd like to put a little walkway all the way through here and then down this side, but we'll see. It takes time and it takes money. I'm trying to remember. I put some of my newer ferns back here, and I think, no, not over there. I knew I should have marked them. Here's one. She's starting to come up. And then I put a little piece of the grass that I dug up. I put that right there. I thought that would be a nice splash of color. And then this is my smoke bush. She's starting to get buds on her. And then this is a piece of the elephant ear, lamb's ear that I put here. And she's starting to straighten up. And she will. It'll just take time. We've had such hot weather. And then I done my window boxes. I bought one Boston fern, and I had coleus that I already had, and I split it into 4 pieces, and I put a piece there, piece over there, and then I put hanging pots right above. So I really, really like that. I really like that look. And it'll get even prettier. It'll hang down. But so that is now over here. This is the part that I have not got to yet. I was hoping to start on it yesterday, but I ended up not feeling well and still not feeling great today. So the weekend was supposed to be really cool. So I'm hoping I can get in here, pull all these weeds out, and we just got more rain today, so they're probably going to shoot up another foot. But you can see all my older hostas, or ostrich ferns in here. And then more weed. So, but I'm getting there. I'm very happy with what I've got done so far. I can't believe it took me 4 days to do this, but it did, and it was just so hot. And I mean, we were talking 87, and then the one day I got 90. So I would work out here for like, 20 minutes or whatever, and then I'd go in the house. And then I'd come back out. And my husband was trying to help me, but he does not. I don't like him in my garden because he steps on things. He doesn't know where everything's at. And I come out here, I have him come out and help me do heavy lifting. He moved all the mulch bags for me and my soil, because I composted under all this. I pulled all the weeds up, and well, we sprayed them earlier in the spring, but then more came out. So I pulled everything up by hand, and then my husband helped me put compost down. And then I moved a few ferns where I wanted them. And then I did everything else and laid my mulch. Now I still have my, those 2 new plants that I bought. The bluebells and the foam flower to place in here. But I'm going to let them get a little bit bigger. Actually, they're starting to grow. Let me go show you. Aren't those yellow daisies beautiful? I just love them. I love daisies. They're one of my favorite flowers. Okay, these are, I think these are the bluebells. You can see they're starting to come up. At least I hope you can. They're starting to come up. I see little growth tips, and these are the foam flowers coming up. I got 2 pots of those. So I think actually this weekend I'll let them get a little bit bigger, because I want to be able to see them. It drives me crazy to plant something and not be able to see it. But you can see here the bluebells just starting to come up. A couple of these are not going to make it, but they're feeling kind of squishy. But I'll still have enough to do what I want to do, because these will all they'll all spread. So, and then these here other coleus, the red ones, those will go on the other side of my fern bed. And then when I get I'll mirror my lamb's ear on the other side of my garden. I hate having this pipe here. I wish it wasn't here, but that's why I try to cover it up. Ugh. But I'll mirror, like how I have my lamb's ear right here on the corner. I'll mirror that on this corner too. I'll have to move that fern And then I think there was another one in here somewhere that I'll have to move. And then my hydrangea, my other oak leaf hydrangea will go here in the middle. And then I'll plant her first. And then I'll work everything else. So that is my update on this side. I really, really like how it turned out. My ornamental plum tree is dropping leaves, and I think it's because we had, she was in in bloom, and we had like 3 days of really big cold snap come in, and I think that's why she's dropping her leaves. You can see them all over the ground here, making a mess in my new fern bed. But anyways, I will keep you guys updated, and as I go. And I also have a couple more houseplant videos. They're just repotting videos. But I have a couple more plants that I need to repot. So since I'm not feeling good, I might go ahead and shoot a couple of those videos out. And then hopefully this weekend or tomorrow, whichever, I want to get this done. So, alright guys, I am going to let you go. I will talk to you later, and you have a great day. Bye. Peace.